Here, this Russian media hall had actually made a compilation of all the Panorama stories that ended up becoming real. So here, for example, a news story that Panorama came up with in 2021. The headline was, "The Russian Human Rights Committee has asked the Russian government to remove foreign funding and financial aid from the necessary requisites to be considered a foreign agent." Russia is gonna call people foreign agents even if they just have Western beliefs. Not only if they actually get money from the West, right? Well, in 2022, Russia and Vladimir Putin actually introduced a new law that actually, essentially makes it so that a person can be considered a foreign agent in Russia if they are, quote-unquote, under Western influence. Whatever that means. So essentially what they did is that, yes, now we can actually name people foreign agents even if they have never received a cent from the West. In 2022, they made the joke about how, since Renault, the car manufacturer, has left Russia and, after the sanctions and everything, that they're gonna start building Moskvich cars, like Soviet cars again in Russia. And once again, just a few months later, in the same exact year of 2022, it actually ended up becoming reality because the Renault brand left Russia. Factories were converted into Moskvich factories, so they returned the name, the brand name, and they started actually producing a Chinese car in Russia called Jack, as far as I remember, and they are selling it for like a 2 or 3 times higher price than it is in China, by the way, so very patriotic and awesome. So yeah, this became reality as well. In 2019, Panorama made a joke saying how Russia is going to release a new app called My Reports, which is gonna make it easier for people to report on their neighbors who are, not being Z enough or whatever, not, supporting Putin enough. And in 2021, the Roskomnadzor, Russia's, internet regulator, has announced that they actually are developing an app that will help people to report certain forbidden information, so to snitch on their neighbors, essentially. Or, for example, Panorama actually reported on Starlink has stopped working properly in Ukraine, supposedly because Elon Musk saw some Ukrainian insult him on Twitter, and so he decided to turn it off. And, we all know who Elon Musk is and what he's like, so this actually became true because certain areas of Ukraine actually did start having, issues with Starlink, and Elon Musk probably has a few things to do with that, so... And there's way more of these out there, and since Panorama continues to create content, to create more news, and since it seems like they're kind of on the money with a lot of the sensitivities and where kind of the West and the East, Russia and everybody is going and how ridiculous everybody is becoming, once again, these people just continue to be on the money over and over and over again. And in fact, I believe since this right here, we've already had even more articles from Panorama that actually became real in Russia. So the point I'm basically making is that the world we live in is ridiculous and Russian news are ridiculous.